Hello guys, and welcome back inside the Vintage Geek's toy room. I'm John, the Vintage Geek, and we're taking a look today at my Jabba the Hutt display. Bo-Shooda. This is when Bosch was selling Chewbacca. We got all these figures here. R2 with the pop-up lightsaber. And yeah, the lightsaber's in there, see it? Boba Fett hanging out back there. Gamorrean guards everywhere. Lando, the Han Carbonite, he's just hanging out there because, you know, he's going to get rescued later. Got a little drink droid, a Jawa hanging out for the hell of it, Bomar Monk. Got some comparisons here of modern to vintage. You can see the Rancor Keeper, the Klaatu guy. I don't know what other comparisons I have. Oh, there's a Skiff Weequay, but he's not the same as the Kenner Weequay, you know. Lots of Kenner Weequays hanging out in here too. Power droid just kind of there waiting to get tortured. Alright, on to the main event. Today's main event is Duke Conrad Hauser from the G.I. Joe Classified series. Yes, Duke, he's here. Yeah. Well, he's been sitting around for a week. I did the other guys first, and now we're finally getting to him. Duke is number 4, and I can't wait to get into this package. Let's take a look at the box first. But first, if you like video games, head on over to VG Mobster, the video game Mobster. I met this guy on Twitter, and he is really cool, and he has some great videos over there on his channel. He has a love of his family that's only surpassed by the love of video games. No, man, his whole family gets in on the gig. It's great. I love it. Really cool guy. I'm glad I met him. Head on over to VG Mobster and check out some of his videos. Alright, we got a warning label in the corner, ages 4 and up. G.I. Joe Classified Series Duke from Hasbro. A nice picture there in the front of him running in action. Duke's in there with his backpack. Signature backpack. It even has the shovel on it. Look at that. He's got a weapon, looks like you know, machine gun, M16 type thing, whatever. A pistol, some viewfinder things, goggle, what do you call them? Binoculars, some kind of thing like that, you know. It looks more Star Wars-y than G.I. Joe, but whatever. And Duke himself looks very much like the Duke in Real American Hero. Side of the box has more artwork with Duke on it, punching a Viper, Cobra Viper out. Let's see, here's the barcode for those of you who want the barcode. And then the other side of the box has Duke written there and 4 of his stats to make out his file card, I guess. So he's good at being like a 5-star general or something like that. And he's good at shooting bullets, parachuting out of stuff, and he's good at playing chess. So that's what we're going to go with there. Back of the box just has the standard, you know, artwork for G.I. Joe that we've got recently. And, you know, they recently put out the Red Ninja, a different Destro, Gung Ho's coming, but we didn't see a Baroness. What? I was totally expecting a Baroness in that press release, and we didn't get her. Not yet. All right, let's get this guy open. Oh, sorry, wait a second. Before we open, I just wanted to point something out here. So this is, you know, Roadblock, Duke, and Scarlet, number 1, number 4, number 5. So 2 and 3 would have to go in the middle here. But I did want to show you guys, if you stack them on the shelf like that, that's how they're going to look. And that looks really cool. Now that the pictures don't match, they obviously don't go together because number 4 and number 5, they don't run into each other, you know, so it's not like it's going to make one big mural, but it does look cool having them all standing next to each other like that on the shelf. So, you know, there's an option for you. If you stack your figures this way, it looks really cool. It looks good, I think. So here we go. Here's Duke out of the box with all his gear on. Yo, Joe! He'll fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. G.I. Joe is there. There's Duke Conrad Hauser. He looks really good. Let's get into his gear and everything he came with here. Hold on a second. Duke. Alright, we'll take off his gun here. Duke has this nice machine gun with blue accents again. It looks like it's going to be shooting a blue energy type. That's what I think all these weapons are going to be shooting, a blue laser type looking things. If we were to see them in a movie, video game, or cartoon. His signature backpack. Look at that. And I mean, when I said it's signature, I mean, look at this. He's got the shovel and the pouches and everything there, and that's the same. He's got the shovel and the pouches and everything. He's just got extra drinks on this one that he didn't have on the original. You know? He's got some extra drinks because he knows, you know, in the 80s, we didn't know how much water you had to drink when you were out on a hike. But now, we know how much water we need to drink. And knowing is half the battle. He's got binoculars here. Look at these things. Or monoculars. I don't know. They're night vision or something. You look through them sort of like the same way you looked through Star Wars ones. But then they got these cool little beeping eye things. And he's got this peg. So the peg can fit on the belt here. Fits perfect right on the belt and stays put, you know. But again, they're slightly different. There's the original binoculars. They actually had two little things there and two little things there, so they are slightly different than the original binoculars, but almost exactly the same size. That's funny. And what else? Oh, he's got the pistol. Let me see if I can get it back out. Nice pistol here. That's really cool looking. Sort of a 9mm type looking gun. And this holster that goes on his leg. It fits perfectly right in the holster. Holster's in the same spot, basically, as the G1, or what, I guess, is it considered G1? The 80s cartoon version, Real American Hero version. Duke's got a satchel sort of thing here. It's loose, it moves around. He's got a belt also that moves around, is loose. And the gun holster will come off if you slide it off his leg there. You can slide it down and get it off. So it moves around as well. I constantly have to push the belt to make it stay in place. And if you look at the original figure, he did have a green satchel on, but he had a grenade attached to it where this doesn't have a grenade. But it is a green satchel just like what he had originally. Let's see, move his arm out of the way so you can see it better. There you go. Pockets on it and stuff. So almost the same pockets even, you know. So they pretty much, I mean, again, other than these metal shin guards, you know, he's even got brown boots like he did originally, you know. So he's pretty much identical to the original toy. Duke has motion in the head here, 360 rotation around. He can move up about that much, which is really cool if he has to go flying off somewhere. And yeah, there's double articulation here. It doesn't move down that much, but like you just saw, the neck has double articulation here, so he can bend at the back part of the neck to bring his head down a little bit. So there's 2 points of articulation in the head and neck. Now his arms can move up about that far, but there's also a butterfly joint hidden inside. you can see that little round and capsule part, which allows you to put it back or forward a little bit. And he's got full 360 here. He's got a bicep twist, double jointed elbows, so you can really move it in tight. And then he's got a wrist twist and the bend at the wrist that we've all come to know. He's got a diaphragm bend here. Goes back pretty far and forward pretty far. You can see that butterfly joint in here on this side a little bit better. See what I mean there? And he's got a twist right at the waist here. And then his legs can do the splits, and they have the, you know, standard way of making him sit down. He doesn't go back as far because his butt gets in the way. And he's got a thigh twist here. Double jointed knees. Double jointed knees there. And he's got a calf twist right at the boot. Top of the boot. And this whole armor plating goes with the boot. So it's like a separate boot piece there. And he's got the rocking feet. They rock in and out like that. And they can go back for flattening out or coming forward a little bit. That's Duke's Articulation. Let's put him on the 360 turntable and get some good looks at this guy. First, I kind of figured I'd give you a look at him real quick, standing next to his Real American Hero 1984, 83, 84, 83, 84 counterpart. Looks pretty cool there next to his original Duke. This is my actual original Duke that I had since I was a little kid. I can tell because, I mean, I know I've had him forever. Plus, my mom painted the bottom of the feet, and I touched up his boots at some point with some model paint because they were starting to fade. It looks like they need a new touch-up. But yeah, Mom painted the feet of all my, especially my G.I. Joes, and some of my Star Wars figures got painted, so that when we played with the neighbor kids, we would always know which figures were ours. And, you know, so if you ever find one with painted feet and your parents didn't do it, maybe you ended up buying one off me at a garage sale or something. My parents slipped some figures in, and that's why certain things disappeared. My parents got rid of stuff when we weren't looking. And you could have it. You could have something from my collection if it's got a painted foot. All right, let's put Duke on the 360 turntable, and we'll take some looks at him here. So here's Duke going around on the turntable with all his gear on. Looking fantastic. This is a really nice looking Duke figure. I'm very happy with this one. Especially because he matches the Real American Hero stuff from the 80s so well. He looks so close. I mean, he's a pretty good figure here. I did download the video game. I don't know if you guys have tried it yet. I downloaded it to my phone. It's not bad. I mean, I played a couple rounds. It's pretty cool. I'm sure you could lose some time in there. Suck you in. I could not beat any of the human players. Like right off the bat, the human players were way higher level than I was and just completely destroyed me. But I had fun building my own little base and, you know, working on it and stuff. I thought that part was kind of neat. All right, let's get him in a different pose. Yo, Joe! He's ready to call in Flint, Lady J, Scarlet, and Snake Eyes to take out Cobra and his leaders. Let's go, Joes. Yeah, this figure looks really nice. I like him a lot. Really looks like a real American hero, you know? Conrad Hauser, codename Duke. Special missions leader of the G.I. Joe forces. Good at playing chess. I'm sure that that symbol meant strategy. The horse chess symbol on the side of the box means he's good at strategy. So don't go, you know, glaring at me in the comments for making a joke. Holding on to his gun in sort of a ready position. Talking to the troops. Cobra's holed out in the Red Rocket burger joint, and we're going to take them on. Unfortunately, Roblox's family paid into this franchise without knowing that they're Cobra facades. Each missile on top of the Red Rocket burger joint is actually a live missile. Wild Weasel, I'm going to need you to fly in some troops from above and rappel down onto the roof, while Tunnel Rat here goes underneath in through the sewers and comes up into the main building. We're going to take this place by stealth, gentlemen. Cobra won't know what hit them. Wild Weasel. I meant Wild Bill. Wild Weasel. I see movement up ahead. Dial tone, breaker. Get on the comms and see if you can pick up any chatter. We got something moving up ahead of us, and I want to know if it's Cobra. Hey, Duke. Looks like it's Destro moving a shipment of arms. Well, we better get down in there and blast the hell out of Destro. We don't want those shipment getting into Cobra Commander's hands. It's really cool that he can actually hang onto the binocular right up to his face and look as though he's looking right into it. I mean, that's really cool. It lines up almost perfectly with his eyes. It's like they meant to do this, you know? Yeah, it works really well, I think. Check this out. I think he's got a scar above his eye, doesn't he? That's cool. Duke has a scar on his face, on his forehead there above his eye. That's pretty neat. Little details like that just add character to the guy, you know? I like that stuff. We'll give Duke one last spin on the turntable here and one last position. We're having fun with him today. Putting him through his paces. Conrad Hauser, Duke, for the G.I. Joe team. He led through a lot of the miniseries stuff and the a lot of the first season of G.I. Joe. And then General Hawk showed up again as the definitive leader of G.I. Joe. Not that Duke got demoted or anything. I think he just, you know, when fit hit the shan, Hawk stepped in to help. Came back, technically, because Hawk was in the very first series of G.I. Joe action figures. So he technically came back. Well, there you go, guys. Duke from the G.I. Joe Classified series by Hasbro. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thanks a lot for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, I encourage you, please hit that subscribe button. You will not be disappointed. This is one of those channels that showcases all kinds of toys. Everything that comes into my toy room from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, all the way up to what came out just last week. sometimes just yesterday or just this morning. I don't know, you know. As soon as it hits my toy room, I generally do a video. Showcase the figures, the toys, what's coming in. I really appreciate you guys checking this stuff out with me. My name's John. I'm the Vintage Geek. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Maybe either later today, tomorrow. You never know. What do you guys think of this? Let me know in the comments below. What's your thoughts on Duke? Alright guys, we'll see you guys later. I'm out.